Hello everyone. So today I did a thumbnail, and if you like what you see, keep watching. Hello. So today I'm doing a thumbnail and I'm recording it on my brand new webcam, which is the Insta360 Link, which I highly recommend, and it's got face tracking capabilities as well. I'll have a link in the description below. And without further ado, let's move on to this. So the Insta360 Link also does this, where it can actually look right down, which is why I got it. I wanted it to look down at my tablet. My tablet is a Huion RDS 220. I've had it for over 4 months and absolutely love it. Okay, so what you can see on the screen here is the thumbnail that we're going to make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, New, and I have made a template, and it's you have to pick the pixels. So I have made it 1920 by 1080. Okay, in pixels, horizontal, 300 DPI, and RGB because it's going to be online. If you want to print it, then it's going to be CYMK. I recommend a black background for this, so just do that. You can change it to whatever you want, obviously. Okay, so just create, and there we go. Right, so for me, I've already got certain elements that I use. So here, so if you go to here, the selection tool, sorry, the move tool. Okay, you can just select things. So if you've got your own brand that you want to put in there, you know, open it all up like I have, and then you can drag it across. So you drag it across simply by getting this highlight over the top of it, or you can go here and you can just grab like that, take it all the way over to where you want to work, let go. And it's that simple. I also have on view, I have snap ticked. Now this makes it a little bit easier for moving things to where you want them to go. So holding down Shift and the left mouse button, I can now move it down to where I find it fairly pleasing. And I can try and make it there. So it helps it make it centralized. If I didn't have snapping on, let's see. So if I didn't have snapping on, I would be able to move it anywhere I want, no problem. See? And what you can do is you can go here. So as long as you've got the move tool selected, you can go here, and sometimes it'll be set to selection, but we want it to find the center of the canvas. So now I can align it and it will do it automatically. I'm going to turn on snapping again. So I want to go down here. So that's consistent with the original that I've been working on. Okay, other sort of consistent things that I use is this. So I have this on my thumbnail. So I've got my name, and then I've got how I created it. I find that that's probably like an important thing to have. So again, just grabbing it, taking it over here, plopping it down there. And this is easy to make. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly show you how to make one of these. So you go here to your rectangle tool and make yourself a rectangle or a square or whatever you want. If you hold down Shift, get that. So I don't want to hold down Shift, I want to make a rectangle. So I've done this. Now up here, you can fill it with a colour. See? And then you can also add a stroke, or you can take a stroke off. So I'll take the stroke off there. So all I've got is a fill. And then just zoom in. So holding down Alt and using my mouse wheel, I can go here. Holding down space gives me your hand, so I can drag. But here you can pull these and it gives you a nice edge. So that's the maximum. You see, and that's how I get my edge. And then obviously you just pick the colour that you want and all that sort of malarkey. Then I want to put text in there. So I'll go to my text box and I will go here. And as you can see, it changes. So it goes from there and then it goes circular. So now it's going to work within this. So it's black. Let's just do some random typing in here. Obviously something is wrong. There we go. Right, so the scale of it is quite colossal. Let's move that down. There we go. Okay, so to make that, make this, I'm just going to do a rectangle, just like this, and we can pull in the sides. That's the maximum you can do, and then you can sort of play around with it like that. So that's how I get my nice curved edges on there. And obviously you can do this as well, which is pretty cool. Right, so now I want to put some text in there. So you can go around the edge, which is what that does. Be on the outside, be on the inside. So I'm just going to go in there. Tried this earlier and it didn't work. Right, that said, so now we want it centralized, and that's basically it. So that's the easy way of doing that. Obviously I've got my own, so I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to go back to my move tool. I'm going to get the whole thing. Oh, no, I'm not, apparently. There we go. I'll bring it down to about here. So yes, I have this in its own folder. You can make your own folder as well. It's very straightforward. Make a folder, and then you just drag and put everything inside it. Don't want it? Get rid of it. So here, now I want to take the usual wording that I have. So it's nothing special. You just go here and you get your text. In fact, I'll quickly show you how to do that. So let's pick white as our base. Now we'll just put in this. That's huge. Right. So we'll do that and do some bits. Right. So now, as you can see, it's quite big. So you can go over here to your A on the side, characters. And I use this quite a lot because this happens quite a bit. So you can do auto, which would bring it down, or you can select your different variations there. You can also play around with these. These are quite handy, so you can take sort of forced thickness off, take off that, which would make all the letters capitalized. And this one here makes some of the letters smaller and bigger. So I'm just going to leave that as it is, but you can play around with that, it's fun. Okay, and then once you've got what you want, click OK with the tick. You can do Control T, that's what I tend to do, but you can probably do the move tool. Let's try that. So the move tool works exactly the same way, and then you can just tilt it and do what you want. So do that. We could also use the move tool to select everything inside, and we can do curvatures and stuff. Not complete the request because the type very bold style. Ah, right. So this didn't like the some of the styles that I'd picked in the character thing, so watch out for that. But yeah, so you can do that. You can play around with any of these, which make your lettering fun. But anyway, so I don't need that, so I'm going to get rid of it. I've got my own thing here, so I'm just going to drag this and plonk it down in here. So I can move it around with just the keys, with my arrow keys, just get it to where I want it to be. There we go. And the same goes for the image as well. So I can take the image. You probably notice something strange. So I'll drag that down. I want it above the black layer here. So everything else is on the front. So holding down Shift. Let's take off the the snap, because it's in the way sometimes. So now I can move it wherever I want, which is fine for me. And as you can see, like, you get like a sort of flash of purple and stuff. That's where it's just sort of showing you the alignment for certain things. So I've smudged out the edge here in the previous version, but basically all I did, go here, get the color select tool, eyedropper tool. You just grab a nice color of it, right click, you can pick your paint bucket, and I'm going to fill this layer with that color, and that's it. Very straightforward, very simple. The other thing that I am now including, because I think it looks nice, is a sort of border box, sort of frame it. So if I take my rectangle tool and I just go fairly close to the corners like that, and I bring it all the way over here, it's very close to there. See, so that's filled. Fill. Go over here, and I don't want it filled. I want it there, but I do want a stroke. So I'm just going to select the color that I want. Then I'm going to go here and I'm going to pick a brighter version of it. There. And if I just use this tool here, I can just click off, and you can see that it just leaves a very nice border around everything. So if I click on that again, I have to click on the rectangle again, and I can just thicken it up a bit. So based on the last one that I did, I made it 1.2 pixels wide. You can change it, so you can have like just dots going around, or dashes and dots. You could do that. I'll show you what that's like. Zoom in. Spacebar. See, so I'm going to keep it as a line, but I think I might make it the color mode as screen. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, but this is touching. I don't like that, so I'm using the move tool. Just gonna move it away so it's kind of an equal distance from the top and the side. And that is basically it. So what I've done with my versions is I save them as a PSD file under template. So all I do is I come back in the following time and I drag in a picture that I want, and I put that where the picture is here, and then I delete the old picture, and I can select this, and if you double click you can change the text, and you can do that with everything. It's all changeable, and that's what I do. It just makes things very quick, very consistent. And now you get to see my beautiful face again. Ta-da! So there you go. So I hope that helped, and if you like what you see, remember to like and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see, and see you again soon. Bye. And here's the finished article. So let me know what you think in the comments below and what you'd like to see. I also write books, horror and sci-fi. They can be found on Amazon if you look up Richard Coyley. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.